I was having some trouble deciding what to pack as we were going from quite a hot summer to a cold spring. We eventually finished packing and made our way to the airport, which led us to an incredible flight, our first experience flying with Emirates. We have been to Dubai before, back in 2015, so we decided to make use of our little layover and actually go back to explore a little bit more. We decided to go visit Al Seef this time round, also known as Al Dubai. There are a whole bunch of lovely little stores and restaurants and things like that that you can explore. We arrived really early, around about 7 in the morning, so most of the shops were still closed. But as they started to open, we could experience the culture. We had two main goals for our visit at Al Seef. Firstly, to purchase a local oil-based perfume. Secondly, we just had to taste knafi again, which is a delicacy of melted cheese, crystallized sugar, and pistachio nuts. To freshen up before our flight to Ireland, we made use of a shower pod at Dubai's airport, which forms part of our lounge access. Something we like to do when traveling, which definitely helps the budget, is to have a meal in a lounge. Before departing from Dubai, we enjoyed a tasty meal at the Marhaba Lounge. So ons is nou hier so in Dublin. Ons wag nou vir 'n bus, maar besef nou ons moet kaartjies aanlyn koop, so Jandre het nou terug moes gaan in die lughawe om wifi te kry om kaartjies te kan koop.
Die Fitzpatrick.
First full day in Ireland, more specifically in the small town of Killiney, we woke up to the most beautiful weather, even having a rainbow. The weather was open enough for us to go explore by taking a little walk that ended up being over 17 kilometers for the entire day. Ek kry 'n cappuccino en 'n pint of chocolate. Dis 'n croissant tipe storie.
So mens kan letterlik hier net op die straat gaan sit. Koffie en 'n croissant, chocolate croissant.
Len we do it.
After exploring the beautiful town of Killiney, we hopped on a train to Dublin, the capital city of Ireland. When we reached Dublin, we dropped off our luggage at our hotel, but it was too early for us to check into our room. So we decided to make a quick visit to Dublin Castle and see all of its magnificence. It is time for us to check into our room at the Hard Rock Hotel. How insane are these finishes in the room? From the gorgeous wallpaper to the touchscreen light switches.
Hey.
We wanted to utilize every moment of our stay, so we headed out again to explore the streets of Dublin.
Oulike musiekwinkel hierso. Al hierdie gitaars wat baie billik kos vir ons.
Something we will never forget is most definitely the vibe you feel when you walk into a pub and the whole place is blasting with happy Irish music. This amazing Irish drum band gave us the best welcome to the Guinness Storehouse, which ultimately is their factory. This is a must-see in Dublin. Even got taught how to pour a pint. Trinity College holds the Book of Kells, which is a compilation of manuscripts of the 4 Gospels of the New Testament. We couldn't photograph the book for preservation purposes. What a privilege to have a tour of Windmill Lane Studios, where artists such as U2, The Cranberries, Ed Sheeran, Lewis Capaldi, and many more have recorded.
Is jy reg vir bier?
Nee,
Kos?
ja.
Okay.
We were, of course, super hungry after all this exploring. And we definitely couldn't miss the opportunity to eat at the oldest pub in Dublin, Brazen Head.
Dis 'n skool. Ja, jessie. En hulle het nou vir ons hier die Gaelic Games waar hulle baie trots is geïllustreer. Lekker.
Wat sien hulle?
Christchurch Cathedral is about 1,200 years old and is the oldest structure in Dublin. You cannot visit Ireland without trying a proper Irish coffee, right? So that's exactly what we went to do.
Presies.
Is daai donut lekker? Wat sê net jy?
Nutella en ander dingetjies.
For the rest of the evening, we simply explored the beautiful streets at night. On our 5th day, we took a trip to Belfast in Northern Ireland to visit the Titanic Museum.
So hierdie gebou het so 7 biljoen pond gekos. En die argitek het dit gemaak dat die 4 huls van die skip buitekant toe wys.
The museum had a great way of depicting the mechanics of how the Titanic was built.
Building Titanic was a feat of engineering. Harland and Wolff employed 15,000 men at that time, many of whom worked on Titanic over the 26 months it took to construct the hull for launch.
Along with the magnificence of this ship, a definite somber atmosphere could be felt, as the museum tried to portray what life was like on the Titanic by creating mock-up cabins and sharing some stories of actual passengers that cruised on the ship. This screen showed interesting statistics. The names above the squiggly line were that of the 713 survivors, but the names below the line were that of the 1,512 passengers who didn't make it. This peace wall that's full of creative murals originated to separate Catholics from Protestants. There was actually a war around the time of 1969 where over 3,500 people lost their lives. We ended off our evening at the underground urban brewery. We didn't really have the patience to wait for our bus to fill up, so we decided to walk back to our hotel.
So hier is die naglewe. Hoe laat is dit? 11:30 op Vrydag aand in Dublin.
Yay! We made it back to the hotel. You can clearly see that I was very happy to find my way to my bed.
Ek het nou gevra of is jou hare te blond. Dis sê ek dis net effies te blond.
For our last day in Ireland, we made the most of it before heading to the airport. We visited the impressive St. Patrick's Cathedral and had a lovely meal in a quaint local restaurant. Thank you so much for watching and following us around. We truly hope that you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe to our channel if you'd like to follow us on more of our adventures. We most definitely have a couple African